Morning, this is AJ, and today we're going to get a status update on the compost pile and how it's going. It's, what is it, the 8th of March. So it was a hot compost pile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unwrap it here and we're going to take a look inside and see what's going on. I've been working on this pile maybe 25 days or so. So it started off just like these leaves here, and all it is a mix of those leaves, coffee that I get from a coffee shop, and water, and then the effort of turning it. So we'll see what happens. So we'll go ahead and pull off the cover and see what we're dealing with here. I like to keep it covered just to kind of keep the moisture in. What is that? Oh, that's just some, thought it was like a lionfish for a minute. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna poke around in here. I usually use one of my rakes or so, but it's already past its hot phase. And I'm gonna, well, actually maybe not. You see how the steam's coming out and all that white stuff? That white stuff is dead bacteria. I actually thought I was past that phase, but apparently I'm not. So when you run into a situation like this, basically it means the pile has gone anaerobic, or it's gone without oxygen for a while. So what I need to do is, oh yeah, it's still super hot. Yeah, I need to bring my thermometer out here. But now that's like that, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to break down the whole pile again, let it chill out for a bit, maybe add a little bit more water depending on how dry it is, and then rebuild it back up. So I'm just gonna go into a time lapse for that. So I just turned the pile. I'm a little out of breath. Turning compost is a good exercise. But what happened here is it takes a while to figure out like kind of how to feel compost, like if it's working or not. So I had thought that it was done with its heat up phases, if you will, because the last time I turned it, it wasn't hot at all, but I added a lot more water because I noticed it had dried out. And I think that just kind of kicked off the process again. Apparently it wasn't done. So in a situation like that, now what I do is, basically I hadn't turned this thing for probably 5 days or so, but now that it's hot, I got to turn it at least every 2 days to keep that temperature down to prevent the good bacteria from dying. So that's what I'll do. I'll put an update next time I come out here and turn it, and I'll probably check the moisture content tomorrow. It's still decent. Generally they say when you make compost, put all the water you need up front, but it's kind of hit or miss. When I first started doing this, I was all over the place and things weren't just working. So now I got a feel for it. But anyway, that's it. That's how I do hot compost here in San Antonio. And this compound that I'm using here, I'll probably just use the top dressing because I didn't shred these leaves, unlike the other leaves that I have ready to go here, where these have been run through my shredder. So they're much more finely chopped down, especially with these live oak leaves. If you don't shred them down, they'll take forever, just like this. These leaves have been here at least 2 years, and it's great as like a mulch and a cover, but if you want to compost it, they'll turn dark. You'll see, they'll turn dark like this, but you still see it's not completely broken down. So again, it's a good mulch cover, but if you want that true compost, then you got to break it down. Anyway, hope it's helpful, and if you have any questions or comments, let me know.